Hello my divine kings and queens. I am back to do another video. I wanted to check in with you guys and let you guys know that I am available and open for bookings. I know that my calendar, because some of you guys have reached out to me and emailed me, so I'm overbooked right now because I didn't update my calendar. So currently right now I'm booked for the first 2 weeks of February. So once I go through and I update that, then you guys will be able to go ahead and book me for the remaining weeks of February. But as it stands right now, I'm currently booked, so you would have to book in advance if you want to book a session with me. And all of those links are going to be pinned in the comment section. It's also in the description box below, and it's also on the community board. So just make sure that you pay attention to the channel and everything associated with the channel so that you can stay up to date on the latest and the greatest. I wanted to come in and talk to you guys about a touchy subject, right? Because it's something that we're all dealing with, but maybe not dealing with it in the right way, or not understanding, what our plans need to be to move forward and overcome what it is that's being sent our way, and what's happening really behind our backs, the things that we cannot see. I always tell you, when you move forward with positivity, and it's not always saying that because you're positive and because you're nice and because you do everything good, that people are supposed to respect that and give that back to you. It's not even always saying that because of how you move, even if you move in decent order, that things are just going to go automatically your way. There's always going to be haters. That's something that, you have to understand. And it's not even being negative, because I said that I wanted to take a different approach, even though telling you guys the truth. You're always going to have haters. You're always going to have people, and these haters are not always people who are directly associated to you. They're not always family or friends or lovers. Some of these people are associates of these people that know you. Some of these people may be people that are complete strangers that you come across that see you. It's because of the spirit that you possess, and people can sense that. And a lot of times when people sense a certain thing, they start looking into your life as to what your purpose is, or what you have going on, who you have it going on with. And that opens up Pandora's box for these people's minds to be wondering and trying to figure out, how can they block you? How can they stop you? How can they delay you? As soon as you have something that's tangible, you lose it. Or as soon as you achieve a certain accomplishment, or you reach a certain milestone and you gain something, there's a loss that follows behind it, a betrayal that follows behind it. And it's because of blockages that's in your life. A lot of negative energy and evil eye that people are sending you that you have absolutely no control over. So what I'm here to say is, a lot of what you went through and what you're currently going through, there's a new shift that's happening in your life where this is going to pass and phase out. I always say, for people who don't believe, you're going to go through something that's going to make you believe, because God is going to place you in a position to where everyone can go up against you. And you may have all these people that are spiritually attacking you. Some of it may be working. Some of it may be bouncing up off of you. You know what I'm saying? Some of it may, like I said, be returned to sender. Some of it may affect certain areas of your life. But in every phase that you go through, God always makes sure that you are sustained and that you're able to maintain your lifestyle and move forward in life. People who see that, it doesn't necessarily mean that that's going to give them that inkling to back off or to give up. But God is not going to back off and give up on you either. And as long as you have haters, as long as you have enemies, as long as you have evil people in this world, you understand what I'm saying? There are going to be battles that you go through. There are going to be fights that you have to, protect yourself from, in a sense. Pick your battles and understand that every battle, even if the battle and the drama is being brought to your front door, it doesn't mean that you have to give it attention. Don't mean you have to open up the door and let it into your home. So it's some people, what I'm saying in this season and this year, this is a shift, a new shift for you. And God is placing you in this position in life because you passed the test. And a part of you being here and getting here to this phase and this level of your life is him using your enemies as a catalyst for your success, and using them as a catalyst towards your growth and forward progression and improvement. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes we have to go through certain things to understand certain things about our life, our purpose, and who we are, what we need to change. And even outside of that, just what we're dealing with in this world, it's never going to change. So the best thing that you can do in life is to understand that these people don't hold any power unless you give them power. Whatever it is that they're working, please understand, and I'm telling you right now, this is confirmation that it's going to be sent back to these people. They may not believe because they do not see. And they don't see things happening right now. But just as sure as my first name Victoria, my last name is Cooper, and the God that we serve is an awesome God, and you understand that because you understand what he's pulled you out of before. You understand where you are now. You know where you've been. You know where you're going. Then you understand that they don't hold any power. You understand that you're always going to have what you need to get what you want. And everything that you have in life, everything that you attained in life, whether it be a goal, an accomplishment, whatever the case may be, you earned that because these people was used as a catalyst to establish that foundation for you. That's what people don't understand. They fight so hard to try to go up against you. They fight so hard to try to, I'm going to go ahead and attack their finances. I'm going to go ahead and attack they love life. I'm going to go ahead and block this and block this and don't even know why they doing it. So God will always place you in a position to be able to move forward, right? But something that you guys can understand is just how relentless these people are. And that's something that, like I said, you guys have to protect yourself. And by protecting yourself, I mean constantly around the clock prayer. Things that you know that you can keep private, keep it private. Start using your discernment about who you got around you, because maybe it's not always who you have around you, but who those people have around them. You understand what I'm saying? But I always tell you, it doesn't matter, what your enemies do or what they conspire to do behind your back, because there's always a bigger enemy than the enemies that's going up against you. A lot of people will gun for you and come after you and not even have a valid reason as to why they want to completely and utterly destroy your life and everything that it is you have going on in your life. Because some people, can't accept the fact that you keep outsmarting them. Not just outsmarting them, you outshine them, you outdo them in every way, in every sense of the word. But it's only because you're not out here focusing on anybody else's lane but your own. Whatever it is you got going on, whether it's better than the next man, it's more than the next man, it's more fancier, or whatever the case may be, whether this person looks better, or this person got a marriage, or this person got the man, or this person got the woman, or whoever the case may be, whatever it is that these people are trying to go through and down the list to justify why they hate you so, why they don't like you, and why they want to. You have to be some kind of sadistic, evil person to where your soul has just literally left your body, to where you don't want no one to even have a roof over their head. You want their children to be cursed. You want them to have absolutely no kind of a love life, no money to sustain themselves. So you want them out their mind, broke and homeless with nothing to show for it. It's like almost like people want to humiliate you so because of how far you've come in your life, what it is that they feel you've got in your life currently. And it's not fair, because a lot of things that's happening for you is because God ordained it and orchestrated it to be that way. That means if you got a relationship, if you got a job, if you got some kind of promotion, if you got some kind of a come up, some kind of an opportunity, and you ran with it, you earned that. You struggled for that. You went without before these opportunities and these blessings came in, and that's what people don't see. But I'm gonna tell you something, they don't have it all up here and they don't care. And that's why I'm trying to tell you why these people is used as a catalyst, because you had two options here. I'm going to turn into the people who betray me, who attack me, who go against me, who envy me, who jealous me. Or I can be better than them, and no matter what they've taken me through, no matter what they've done to me, sent my way, to me, my family, or the lack thereof, or what have you, I'm going to overcome it. I'm going to wish them well. My God, I'm going to pray that God redirects their path and gets them off this path of destruction, because that's exactly what it is. Because I'm going to tell you something, if God does not put it in your life or write things in your life or orchestrate it to where he says you're going to struggle all your life or you're going to be broke all your life. It doesn't matter what the next man wants, what your enemy wants. It's what God wants at the end of the day. And eventually enough has to be enough. And I'm telling you, this is the year where enough is enough. Not only justice is coming your way, not only are you being vindicated, not only is victory yours, success is yours, peace and happiness, luck, prosperity is yours. Whatever, I'm telling you something, these people gonna find themselves on the wrong side. When people try to go up against you, they don't even understand how that blowback is bigger than what they sent out. So if someone wanted you homeless, you don't even understand what these people are about to go through. They're probably not in the position to bounce back from homelessness, but you gonna be. You get me what I'm saying? It's like they want certain things for you, but don't even understand how God is always working things out in your favor. That it don't matter what hit you, he's always going to place you in a position to sustain and maintain your lifestyle. I'm not saying that you guys own, but what I'm saying is, if in fact something is working around the clock right now, around the clock, and these people are relentless, they want to see a certain outcome, and they're not going to stop until they see a certain outcome. Some of these people are operating from hurt, they're operating from lack that's in their life, because you got to understand, what kind of a life do you have if you're sitting back watching somebody else's life, if you're sitting back wanting what someone else have in their life to be destroyed? So, I always say, when people send certain things out your way, when it comes back on them, they won't be in the same position that you're in when it was sent to you. You bounced back, you overcame, you beat homelessness, you beat poverty, you overcame whatever illness people wanted you to have, whatever poverty people wanted you to experience, whatever lack, whatever issues, chaos, destruction people wanted you to experience. You overcame all that. You understand what I'm saying? By being patient, by being still, by being obedient, by hearing, by always working on yourself. That means, no, we're not perfect. In no sense of the word are we perfect. But what we're not out here doing is sitting up here being evil. And for that, we deserve some kind of credit. And God is giving credit where credit is due. People can't constantly keep sitting back and you ain't even minding people. You minding the business that pay you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't wishing people, even if you've backed up from people, you no longer deal with people. People don't even understand you don't wish these people well 10 times over. If they're not experiencing it, well, hello, let me go ahead and look at what I need to change in my life. Let me go back and look at what I need to go ahead and alter and improve in my life, because it ain't this person, ain't these people that say I need to work on me because of what I've done, because of what I've put out. That's what I'm getting back. So you got to understand, when people sit up here and send things your way, they don't even understand they're not going to be in a position, baby. Not in the position that you was in. And it's not even nobody God being petty. It ain't nothing. It's just you need to learn a valuable lesson about this ain't what you do when you ain't getting your way, or you didn't get your way. This ain't what you do when you sitting up here and jealous and envious of people. That ain't what you do. The best thing that you can be is yourself, because you ain't got to be worrying about trying to destroy somebody so you can catch up, trying to delay somebody so you can block them from their path and block them from their purpose, not even understanding that this is the purpose, this is the position that God placed them in. You understand what I'm saying? This is the position, the purpose, the path that God orchestrated and ordained them to be on. Not because you're perfect, not because you do everything right, not because you gave these person a reason or lack thereof to hate you or do whatever it is that they're doing against you, or even if you didn't, because you're minding your business. Just that alone, with people coming after you, is why you're going to experience so much. I'm telling you, it's almost going to make y'all cry and bring y'all down to y'all knees, but not in a bad way, in a good way. Because you're going to truly see God's handwork. And it's not that you haven't. Because I feel a lot of y'all, I've said this before. I said it 1,000 times. You got to understand something. This is never going to stop. We're never going to stop talking about this. Because you're always going to have haters that sit back. Some in high places, some in low. But they're watching. They're mad. They are angry. And they are embodying these emotions. And it's not a thing that you can do but pray and keep yourself on the right side of God. And it's because of that God is handling your battles, because he's going to fight the battles that you can't fight alone, because he's heard conversations that you did not hear. He was in rooms when people were sitting up here doing plans and working with people, and you was not there. People had every option, every chance to sit up here and be your ally, to not partake in your downfall. And I'm gonna tell you something, it's because of the options and the choices that they made that they're going to pay dearly for that this year. And you are going to be vindicated. You are going to be, like I said, taken to new heights of your life, because enough is enough. When it's up, it's stuck, and it's going to be stuck this year. Ain't no losses. We ain't taking no losses in 2024. We took too many in 2023 on back. And for a lot of us, we was working, we was minding our business, we was stacking, we was doing what we needed to do, and these people kept gunning for you. And I'm telling you, for those who are frustrated because things didn't go the way you wanted to go, or you wanted to be further in life, be thankful that you're sustained. Be thankful that you're stable, because I'm telling you something, you wouldn't have had that with what was going up against you. And that's on Mary Had a Little Lamb, Pieces White Snow. I'm saying these people was really doing things that you had no idea, and they was working in packs. It was groups. Half of these people is like one group watching you. The other group is the ones who's actually out there on the field trying to make it happen. And every time you're overcoming. Every time you know what I'm saying? So what's meant for you is going to be for you. Be it in love, be it in career, be it in money. It's happening for you. And it's happening for you because these people, what they don't understand, and them going up against you and choosing to be an enemy instead of an ally, God said, let me work it to ensure and work it in a way to where, okay, you're their enemy, but what you want ain't gonna happen. But what I'm gonna do is make sure that they learn a lesson out of it. So if you're learning a lesson out of it, that means God used your enemies as a catalyst to get you to where you are today. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is why people gonna know this year. I ain't talking about all the years before, because they just felt like they just had it in the bag, or they just knew if they kept trying, eventually one year, somehow, some way, they was gonna get you, or be better than you, or have their chance to get revenge. This year gonna be the year that people understand that God ain't playing with you. He ain't gonna never play with you. As relentless they gonna be, it's as relentless he gonna be. So all these people are doing is realizing your plans, your resources are running dry. So how long are you gonna keep up this foolish mission when all you got to do is just back up, focus on you, heal, and step into what's meant for you, not what this person got and what was meant for them? Because I'm gonna always ensure that they get it. And no matter what you work up against them, I'm always going to ensure that they learn a lesson out of it. And when they come up out of it, they're going to come out bigger and better and wiser every time. Because he's using them as what? A catalyst. So, as many enemies that go up against you, God is trying to show you it's not even a bad thing. It's actually a good thing, because you're going to learn something out of it every single time. And he has to do it this way. Why? Because you always going to have enemies, baby. You always going to have haters. But the best thing that God can do, since people act like they ain't got the sense that he's trying to give them, if you want to be relentless, and this is what you hell-bent on being in this person's life, you hell-bent on being the antagonist in this person's life, you hell-bent on being an enemy, you hell-bent on sitting up here and attacking them, you don't know how to leave them alone, you don't know how to get them up off your mind. I mean, you living rent-free on people's mind, and you're like, I just want to do me, man. I just want to do me. And people don't want you to do you, because a lot of people know who you are. And in knowing who you are, they know that if you step into your full potential and full power, they know who you can become. And you can't become that, not in their eyes, not as long as they're alive. But the devil is a lie. Do you understand what I'm saying? Every time he's going to use them as a catalyst. Every single time. So they're going to learn a huge lesson this year, I'm telling you. And pray, you got to pray for them, because when God chooses to sit up here and bring down his vengeance upon people, it's on a whole nother level than what people thought they was doing to you, or what they thought they could do to you. You understand what I'm saying? He knows all. He sees all. He has access to all. Even the devil know how to bow down when he come through. He know what time it is. So at the end of the day, if something's happening in your life, it's because what he did. He used these people as a catalyst to open up your eyes, to get you stronger, to get you wiser, to get you to this next level that he's about to place you on. I'm telling you, baby, he loves you. So sometimes we don't get it, and it's okay. And us not even understanding this, sometimes we have to repeat certain stuff, and it's okay. But in every sense of the word, he loves you, and that's why he's never going to allow your enemies to have their way with you. And it's almost like I say, you know, I pulled on. I'm always pulling on the movie, right? I was watching Grown Ups the other day, a couple days ago, with my little brother, and y'all know how Adam Sandler was the famous one in the group. Everybody else had a little thing going on. You know, I think one of them had the wife who was taking care of him. Long story short, right? Because I'm trying to, wrap it up. I don't want my videos to be going on to an hour. But so Adam is Hollywood. That's what they call him, right? Then you got the other one who's trying to keep up with an image, but they're all friends. But you notice how when they won this championship or whatever they did for basketball, they go back to the little small towns, you know what I'm saying? The small towns where everybody know everybody. That was the biggest thing and highlight that happened for that town, them winning that championship or whatever the case may be. So when they go back, everybody knows them. Then you have the team that he went up against, the guy, he's working at some kind of a burger joint. And so there's an encounter there. And so when Adam encounters him, when you Hollywood, you got that much money, you got to understand, depending on how you raise your kids, my kids are always going to be humble. They always going to know what regular water is, what expensive water is, what the hood is, what the project is, where their mama came from, where their daddy came from, and the life that they were afforded because of our hard work, because they going to put in work too. It's all based on parenting. I'm not saying it's good parenting, bad parenting, but what I'm saying is in the movie, they were spoiled. So instead of asking for tap water or regular water, they asked for Voss. So he like, you gonna ask for Voss in a, diner, restaurant like this, you know what I'm saying? So he's like, Hollywood, let's make sure that your son gets, trying to mock him or whatever the case may be. And so he ended up challenging him at his job, working at a burger joint. Adam sat up here and made something of himself, representing famous people in the industry, and he gonna say, working at a burger joint, I want a rematch. That means from kids, and then he kept saying, look like you gained a little weight. I'm supposed to gain weight. I'm not supposed to look how I looked when I was 11, 12 years old. I don't know if these people just ain't got it. They don't know. They just... Some people, I don't know, man. I really don't know what's wrong with people. You wait 30 years or 20 years, however long it is, and you're going to tell me you done sat up here and didn't focus on getting married or having kids, or maybe you did. But the whole time, what was in the back of your mind was, I want a rematch. Some people are sore losers. And I mean that. Some people they can't take losing. Or maybe sometimes they can take losing, but not losing to you. Because how they probably put their mouth on you. Because of how they probably thought of themselves. Well, I don't know. But it for sure didn't have nothing to do with you. So it's like, when people look at you, it's like, well, I feel like a loser. I feel like a failure. And I'm not going to go out like that. You know what I'm saying? And so he's like, I want a rematch. After all this time, that's what he was focused on, was doing that. And so what I'm trying to tell you is, and then, he had his other people in his friend group, like he was the bully, and telling them what they needed to go do, placing them in harm's way. So then it's like, who they have surrounded around them ain't got no brain. They ain't got no brain. They ain't got no sense of self. Who they got around them ain't got no sense of self. Do you understand what I'm saying? How people can be around other people that enable them to do bad things, and people don't understand how deep they've gotten themselves into a predicament or a mess until bad things start happening in their life because of what they wanted to happen for somebody else's life, who was minding the business that pay him. Adam then went on and made something of himself. He didn't have it on the back of his mind who he beat, as if to say he's cocky or whatever the case may be. He's like, hey, we was kids. We had a good coach. We won the game. It is what it is. So you moved on with your life. You got a house. You got the marriage. You obtained something for yourself. You know what I'm saying? You setting yourself up for financial success. You're breaking curses. You know what I'm saying? You're focusing on you. You're able to get so much done because you focused on you, not because you focused on someone else or what they did to you or what you... Oh my gosh. That's what's happening. I'm telling you, and right when I seen the movie, it just became like clear as day. Like, that's what's happening. But God is, like I say, using these people as a catalyst. That means as much as they want to go up against you, as much as they want revenge on you, it's never going to happen the way that they want it to happen, because you good people. You good people. And even when they was doing this stuff to you, what did you do? You say, no, I'm not going to sit up here and become them and do tick for tat and blow for blow. I'm going to pray for them. Pray for their deliverance, for their healing, and that God have mercy on their soul and that of their kids too. Because see, when you do stuff, you don't just open it up and say, well, oh, this just between me and them. No, baby. It's between that who you sitting up here attacking and who they got protecting them and they spirit team and they family and God. Oh, it's more people. It's more people than what you think. When people go up against you, they don't think. They think it's just, oh, it's just me and you. I'm just battling you. No, you're not. You're not just going up against me. You're going against the people. You're going up against the people that's protecting me. You're going up against a God that don't play about me. So if he says, this is what you need to be doing, and because you're doing it or you have done it, this is where you're going to be, who do you think you are to say that I don't deserve to be in this spot or have this position or have this man or have this woman or have the lifestyle that I have the car that I'm driving, the money that I got up in the bank? Come on, man. This is what I'm saying when people are just obsessed with you and it's because they're so filled with hate and jealousy because of how their life turned out. They don't even know how to be happy for you. They don't even know why they hate you so. They ain't even got no reason. Some of your secret fans, they got a whole secret fan club about you. Watch everything you do. Secretly support everything you do. It started off with them hating you. And then it turned into them supporting you and admiring you. It's crazy how, like I say, God can do certain things and switch certain things up in your life and flip the narrative. You get me what I'm saying? One person may be sent in to go up against you, then they end up loving you. You know, people who sit up here and go up against you, a stumbling block may be placed before their path to where they have no choice but to relinquish control and give up these plans and these foolish missions that they keep starting to go up against you. But this year, you are going to have so much victory and success. But you got to know how to move because you're always going to have haters. You know, what's going to protect you is really just being on the right side of God by constantly being patient. Keep yourself in prayer and be private. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that that's something that you need to do for 6 months to a year. Because what did I just say? You always going to have haters. And the only way that some of these people got access to you is to stalk your social media, is to see what you got going on. Sit up here and see what you saying, how you saying it. So they can try to depict based off that what's going on, if it's working, if it's not. Oh my God, Jesus. Pray that God redirect these people path. Because when you all you see is red, you ain't thinking, and they not thinking clearly. But God own it. He own it. So warning comes before the destruction. And that's all I got to say about that. People were warned. Whatever they was shown, whatever they heard, that wasn't just by chance. Warning comes before the destruction. Because when he comes through, and he starts, like I said, knocking on everybody's door. Because he sat high. Can't nobody sit up here and say, no, I ain't had no hand with that. I ain't signed that petition. No, I never wanted to participate in that. Whether they were there in the room and saw it happening, did not warn you, did not tell you nothing. God warned you. God showed you. So even if people don't do it for you, even if people think that they got it in the bag, even if people feel like they're going to have a certain outcome and be able to see this outcome for your life, it's never going to happen the way that they want it to happen. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because the God that you serve is always going to give you what you need to get through. So on that note, understand that if you need a friend, you got it in me. If you need love, you got it in me. If you need inspiration, motivation, a life example, you already know you got it in me. I come with that real, never that fake. I keep it 100 with you. I keep it a buck with you. You already know what time it is. You're always going to have people who has something to say, feel like they can get the one up on you or feel like they can get over on you. And that's just the nature of the beast. You understand what I'm saying? That's the world that we live in and the people that's living in it. Everybody's not healed. Everybody don't have the same mindset and set up like you. Everybody wasn't brought up the same way as you. Everybody didn't go through the same things you went through, that, you know, learned the same lessons that you learned to get you thinking the way that you thinking, moving the way that you move. You understand what I'm saying? So with that being said, you know how to move. You know what you need to do moving forward. And until next time, y'all stay prayed up and be blessed. And I love y'all.